Ooh. Well, hi.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
Hey, baby. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm happy to be here.
I am happy you're here. I'm happy to be here as well.
Come on, praise him. Hallelujah.
Listen, it's the day after Thanksgiving. First of all, let's get that part out of the way. How
Right.
was it?
Listen, I'm still recovering. I'm so full.
Really?
Yeah, it was great though. I had a great time, spending time with family and friends. I ate, I drank, and it was good.
So, what did you do? Did you do the whole I'm sticking with my family? Did you house hop? Did you do Friendsgiving?
So I've done a Friendsgiving before, but that was last year. But typically my standard is I do family Thanksgiving first, which is earlier in the day, which I love because it ends early. And like my friends and I make a joke and we're like, my mom's kitchen closes at like 3 o'clock. Like, so Thanksgiving is lunchtime for us in my house. And it's been like that for a long time, but it works out perfect because after we wrap up, clean up, and my parents are older, they're going to sleep and resting. I now go gallivant the streets to go hang out.
I see what you're doing there. Actually, I like that idea because now you
Yeah.
can your Thanksgiving is like a full day of things.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love that. And your parents, I feel like they've probably been doing it so long. They have rules. They know what to do, what not to do. They know what's happening, what's not happening. I love it. I love it.
Yep. Yep.
So, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Nola Rowe, and I am super excited to be sitting here talking with my girl Classique.
Yes.
So the Thanksgiving stuff is out of the way. That's
Hmm.
it's kind of like when it's the holidays and when it's New Year's. Every time you see somebody for the first time for the New Year's, you
Right.
have to say Happy New Year. Is
Yeah.
is that type of thing. So because Thanksgiving just happened, we had to get that out of the way.
Hmm.
But moving along, I am super excited to be talking to this beautiful, talented being, simply because, first of all, let me tell the world how we met. Right.
Yes,
Well,
please. I would love to hear.
I can't pinpoint the exact date or
Hmm.
time, but what I will say is someone in the community invited me to one of your events,
Yes.
and I didn't know what I was in for.
I love it.
I wasn't ready.
I love it.
I wasn't ready. I came to the event and I was like, holy shizonism.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. This is unlike anything I've ever experienced before.
Yeah.
I have never seen anyone on a violin playing the way that you played, playing songs that I know and love. Because it's usually like, classical stuff, things
Hmm.
that, okay, it sounds great, but I don't know what this song or this tune is.
Right.
But you were playing hip hop, you were playing R&B, and
Hmm.
I was like, I'm looking, and I guess everybody was already used to you.
Hmm.
So I'm looking around the room like, yeah, okay, y'all used to this, but I'm blown away. I'm
Right.
fangirling right now.
Oh, I love
So,
it.
introduce the world to exactly what it is that you do and tell them what you have coming up because we're going to delve into the details of those
Right.
things, but
Hmm.
let everybody know who you are, what you do, and what you're working on, what you have coming up.
I love it. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for having me once again. Hello, world. My name is Classique. I am a self taught violinist and violist. I'm also a singer, songwriter, and newly a producer. I have just recently completed my debut album that I will be releasing. Yes, thank you. I'll be releasing it next week, Friday, along with my debut book that goes in tandem with this album. It is a companion piece to my album. And yeah, it's just sharing all parts of my artistry in tandem. Like everything is packaged together nicely to share out finally to the world. So I'm super excited for that. And yeah, I'm happy to just talk about it, share, and just vibe.
So, what's the exact date of the releases?
So the release is going to be happening via my annual event called Classified. Yes, this event will be taking place next week, Friday, December 6th. It's going to be in Long Island, New York, where I'm from, specifically Baldwin. All of the details to that are on in my bio on my social media, or via my website. You can find it via my website, www.classique516.com. And yeah, all the information is there for the event, Friday, December 6th.
Beautiful, beautiful. And is the book already available?
No, ma'am. The book will be available next week, Friday,
As well.
December
So
6th. Yes.
both of them launching the same day.
Yep.
And can you give us a little sneak peek into what the content is?
Okay.
What are we expecting on the album and in the book?
Okay, so the album you can be expecting to hear and experience rather a culmination of my artistry. So that goes from string playing, the compositions that I've composed for some of these songs, the songwriting as far as the lyrics are concerned, the production that I did plenty of on the project. I did more than 50% of the production on my album. So everyone will be getting all of that when they listen. As far as the book is concerned, the book is divided into two parts. The first part, I share a bit more about myself because for the most part, everyone knows me for doing this. They don't know that I do anything else, so they just know me for playing the violin. And, I share a bit about my story, my upbringing, some of the inspiration for this project and this book in general, some of the things that I've experienced and gone through. And then after I wrap that up, the second part of the book, I dive into each song on the album one by one. So I talk about the space I was in, where I was when I recorded it, when I created it, what the lyrics are about, what the song is inspired by, all of that.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm excited about this. And I am definitely 100% going to tune in, and I'm going to be purchasing your book as well. So I actually learned coming to another one of your events that the violin isn't the only thing that you do. And I heard you sing.
Yeah.
And I was like, again, like you said, people only know you for the violin. So I thought the same thing, that okay, maybe it's that's it. So I think it's so beautiful that you have a whole other talent that's actually that you can mesh with playing the violin.
Right.
So when you talk about uh your personal life and people getting to know you in the book, what is something about your upbringing that would surprise people? Something you said we don't know you, so
you don't. I'm with you, Nola. So without giving it away, because it really is something that people don't know, even people that are close to me, like they don't know. So without giving it away, what I will say is me sharing about myself, or like my upbringing, not how I was raised per se, but just what I've experienced in life. I dive a bit into some of my traumas that I've experienced, just to say, like, I'm human too. Sometimes people may view me as though I'm superhuman and like, I'm great, or like, sometimes people think you have it all together. And it's like, no, girl, I don't. Okay. I'm just like everybody else. Okay. So yeah. So in this book, I share that part, I'm like, put my instrument down for a second. Like, if I were to have never crossed paths with this instrument, here I am as a human being. This is what I've dealt with. And for me, music has always been something that's been healing, and it's been an escape for me. So, in me escaping through music and playing the violin and songwriting and all of that, I've been able to pour into that and share my story through my music. So now with this book, even with the project, people may just submerge themselves in it and get lost in it for a second. But the book allows people to just dive deeper into it, as you said, to like, wow, like it gives it that much more meaning to understand what this song was about when I wrote it, So I kind of catch everybody up to speed on the first part. Like, look, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna come back to a question about the book, because
Sure.
I'm not gonna let that part go. I'm coming back. I'm coming
All
back.
right, I'm with you. We could spin the block. We could spin the block, Nola.
I'm spinning the block.
Okay.
But I have to say that I do like that there are explanations about things. I'm one of the people that like the explanations
Right.
because art is up for interpretation, right?
Sure. For
And
sure.
I might hear your thing and think, oh, she talking about a dude, you know,
Yes.
she talking about somebody's son, or she talking about a girl or whatever. But then when you explain it, you'll probably say something like, I'm not talking about a person at all,
Uh-huh.
and that's something that I've experienced so many times, and I think it gives the art so much more flavor
Yeah.
and so much more weight.
Yeah.
But I am going to ask because
Yes.
I want to know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure people want to know. You said you tap into some of your traumas.
Mm-hmm.
You got to tell us one thing. I mean, you don't have to give away the whole thing, but give us
One
a little bit of a hint, like one thing that you've experienced that you think would surprise me.
one thing that I've experienced as far as trauma is a toxic relationship.
Hmm.
A very toxic relationship, and that's as much as I can say about that.
Okay, that's
Yeah. But
oh,
girl, it was toxic.
that's good. That's all we need, because you know
Yeah.
what, that preview or the trailer or
Right.
something, that's what gets us into anticipating and wanting to know,
For
because
sure.
people are everybody has trauma, but we want to know what kind of trauma, you know what I
What
mean?
kind of trauma? Listen, I would say, we have all different kinds of trauma, but relationships may be top. You know what I'm saying? So, and there are others in this book, but just to share one, definitely a toxic relationship that played a pivotal role in shaping a lot of the material that's on this project.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
beautiful. So are we gonna delve into anything pertaining to your love life?
I mean, we
Anything?
can. Like, you feel free to ask away, but what I will say straight up is that it's acid in the dating pool. So for those wondering, Miss Classique is single, single, ready to mingle. But yeah, the dating pool right now is kind of not it.
Is it really that bad though?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible, and I will say this is I feel safe. So thank you for providing the safe space. This is a safe space to say, like, I know that there are amazing, amazing men out there. I'm certain of it. However, where
Where
they
they
are,
at?
in conjunction to me, I don't know where they are. And the frequencies got to align at some point. So I kind of trust in God for that, because I know everything happens at a divine time. So I'm not in a rush to be like, where's my man at? But I also know that a lot of the men that I've encountered, in that sort of kind of space, they're not serious. Like, and even to myself, I'm like, you can't be serious. I feel like the society today has shifted so much, where everything's about take me out, fool me out, buy me this, buy me that, wine me and dine me on the first date, spend all this money on me, and then the dudes is like, all right, I'll spend a couple of cash so I could get in your pants. So now the mindset is something along those lines, where it's like, I'm not a you have to wine me and dine me girl. I'm a what are your qualities? What are your characteristics? What are you about? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? What are you up to? What are you doing? You know? So yeah, I just feel like no one has been in the same space or plane as me.
It's very transactional.
Yeah.
It's very, what am I getting if I give you, from both sides? 100%. So do we hear any of those emotions? Can we identify? Because I feel like sometimes when you hear people sing, you hear like that. This is what people call soulful, right? Like you
Mhm.
hear pain in music, you hear pain in
Right.
the strings or in the drums or whatever. Is
Hmm.
that something that we can hear? Like if we're going through the same thing out there in the dating world, are we going to hear something and we're like, oh, I know?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This project, which aside from me pouring my heart and soul out on it, I feel like there's a song on there for everybody. And I mean for everybody, whether it's what the song is talking about, or whether it's the genre that the song may fit in. Everything is not strictly R&B, everything's not strictly hip hop. It's a fusion of genres. And the message in each of the songs, 11 songs, there are 11 songs in total. There's something for everybody on there. I don't see you, Nola, anymore. I'm not sure where you went, but It says we're still live. And if we are still live, hello, everybody. Uh-oh. There you are. There you are. I don't hear you. I see you.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Technology, but at the end of the day, we're humans. We're smarter.
Yeah.
We're the superior being here. All right.
Period. Period. Period.
It's gonna try to stop us, but it's not gonna stop us.
The devil's a liar. We can't be stopped. And that's it. That's that on period. So there's something for everybody on this project.
Yeah, so I love that you say that because that's something that I always want to know when people are presenting art
Mm-hmm.
or presenting any product for that matter, and they're telling me, "Hey, I'm presenting this." I want to know, is it for me? Is it something that I can relate to? You know what I mean? So if there's something for everybody on here, what exactly can we expect in terms of sound?
In terms of sound, you can expect to escape into a world that you probably have never visited before. And I feel as though, sometimes people will ask me like, well, how would you categorize this song or this project? And it's like, this album, I talk about so many different things. I talk about so many different things, and I think that people will be able to relate to the message that they're getting from there. And the sound itself, it's a fusion. You're gonna get experimental, you're gonna get classical, you're gonna get hip hop, you're gonna get R&B, and the most importantly, I think, for everyone listening, if you are free, I'm inviting you and suggesting to you, I am encouraging you to come out next week Friday, because I can show you better than I can tell you. So definitely Friday, December 6th, Classified 2024, that is going to be my album release. And all of these things that y'all are wondering, what am I going to hear? Come hear it live.
Trust me, y'all, it's so worth it.
Come hear it
Guys,
live.
it's so worth it. It's so beautiful. And a lot of times, we're a little bit skeptical when something is new. And I think that's exactly what we should be diving into, the new.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, experience something different, experience
Right.
something beautiful. This woman is super talented. And
Thank you.
I promise you, listen, do I lie to y'all? I don't lie. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. And like she said, there's something there for everybody. So, can you give out the details of the venue?
For the venue, yes. So the venue is going to be in Baldwin, New York, at a venue called the Black House. It is a Black owned venue, and I love to support Black owned business. So I'm super excited for that. And yeah, it's in Baldwin, New York. The specific details as far as the address and everything, it is on my website via the details for the tickets under the tab Classified 2024. And yeah, they can find all of that extra information there.
Okay, and what's your website?
www.classique516.com. That is also all my social platforms is Classique516.
Okay, so that's CLASSIQUE.
Yes, ma'am. 516.
516.
Yep.
You're definitely repping Long Island all the
Come
way.
on.
Okay, so the other thing is, you mentioned that you like supporting Black businesses,
Yes.
and I want to give you a shout out because I know it's true for a fact. Because although I wasn't in the building on that day, you came out and you supported my business, which I'm very very grateful for. Shameless plug here, guys. I just launched a bar and lounge 6 months ago. It's called Waterfall Lounge and it's in Brooklyn. So make sure you guys check that out as well. So all information is on your website, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have the website, we have the social media, guys. Make sure you are tapped in. And December 6th, Friday, what time?
7 p.m. 7
7 p.m.
p.m. Friday, December 6th. Visit classique516.com. That's CLASSIQUE 516.com. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. I am super excited. Make sure you guys come out. Make sure you guys support. And if you like what you experience, approach this woman and let her know. Give her her flowers.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
With that being said, is there anything else that you would like to say before we head out? What would you like to leave the people with?
I would like to leave the people with, as a entrepreneur and a creative and just someone that has been chasing after their dreams for as long as I can remember, please, whatever it is that you're doing and whatever discipline that you are in or that you are a part of, do not let anything or anyone stop you from pushing through and doing what it is that you love to do. There's going to be hurdles along the way. There's going to be some bumps in the road along the way, but most importantly, embrace the journey. And it's okay to take the scenic route and enjoy the view. Not everything is gonna feel great all the time, but once you pass that, it's so beautiful on the other side. So
Mm.
yeah, just
Mm.
keep going, keep pushing through.
Mm. I know that sounds cliche to some people because we kind of hear it all the time, but it is so true. It's so true. Thank
Yeah,
you so much, Classique. I am definitely looking forward to the new material, the book. I'm going to be supporting. I encourage
thank you.
you to do it. And I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday evening.
Yes, bye everyone, thank
Later.
you, see y'all later.